Hi everyone, this is Rajat Khatri, founder of Happy Life Architecture, and welcome to the Happiness Warriors. Every week we talk about a person who is bringing a lot of happiness, not only in his own life, but around the people he or she is living with. So I am really happy and proud to have a lady today on our show who has made a tremendous efforts in this particular field, and she is really living for others. I would I won't say a lot of things about this lady, but I would want her to give her introduction. But before that, let's just welcome Mrs. Sipra Narula. Sipra ji, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Rajat. Thank you so
Right.
much.
Sipra ji, everyone would love to know first of all about you. A brief introduction, who you are, what you do, your family, which city you belong to, and whatever information you want to share.
So I'm Sipra Narula and I stay in Gurgaon. I basically a housewife, married for 33 years and started this work 2 years back. Wanted to give back to the society.
Yeah.
And I just thought that this is my way to give back. And I started my social work. And now I'm a full-time social worker.
Great. That is awesome. So you said 6 years, right?
It's 6 years, yes.
Great. This is actually a very long journey then. And I know there are people who are associated and they want to be social workers, but either because of their own commitments or because of the family pressure or because of any such situation, they actually live in between. But I must appreciate that you are there for 6 years. And personally, I know what all you have been doing because I've connected with you on the Facebook and I see a lot of updates. So I think the way we can start now is that, how exactly does this journey begin, and how did you start this, giving back to the society?
Yes, so I just wanted to share that, my kids got settled, my son got married, and my daughter was abroad for studying. And so I had a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I just thought that, instead of wasting my time here and there, I just wanted to do something. And I started going to a Basti, and there I saw a lot of children. They were as young as 2 years, and they were like just running around doing nothing because the parents were out for work. They were rickshaw pullers or house workers, and they were just out. So the whole day they left the children behind. So I just thought about it that I should do something for them, and I started to teach them, but they were not able to learn anything because they were empty stomachs.
Yes.
So I decided to give them a banana, basically to just get them to study and teach them some things like poems or a prayer or anything. And from those two children to now 1,000 children we have in different schools,
Wow.
different universities, who are studying and who are doing immensely good work, because good studies, in fact, not work, but good studies.
Right.
And they're going to the mainstream also, many of them.
Okay, that is really wonderful. So, are you dealing with only students, and you go to schools, or you have other categories also where you really do some social
So
work?
I am coordinating with a lot of NGOs, basically old age homes also and orphanages also, with
Right.
HIV orphanages also.
Okay.
So I want to give my time to those abandoned old people also who are,
Yes.
are left out, and I just go there and spend some time with them,
Yeah.
see to their needs, whatever they want. So this is my full time. That's what I'm saying. It's my full time thing. Sometimes I love playing with the kids, no doubt.
Yeah.
But yes, getting blessings from the old people, who really want to talk. They just give me a call.
Yes.
"Aap aayenge," they did say, and
Yes.
that these messages give me a lot of happiness.
Great, great. No, ma'am, really, you are doing a fantastic job, I think, and we all must learn from you. And even if, say, one day in a month, any of us or all of us can spend a day with you, with those children also, I think we can really make this country or this world a beautiful place to live in.
Yes, it would be wonderful for me to, just tell you wherever you can go, whatever you can do, anybody, like I would just suggest, just give even 1% of your time, and it will give you a lot of happiness, a lot of
Right.
happiness.
Right. No, that's so true. So from where do you get so much of a motivation to stay connected with, as you said, there are students, there are old age people, there are HIV positive people, and I think even to this time there's so much of a pandemic and people are already in so much of a, they're going through a really tough phase, especially the daily workers. So from where do you get so much of a motivation or passion?
My family motivates me.
Okay,
They are
great.
full motivation. They
Right.
just want me to, do something, and it's my own self also. I love doing this. This is my
Right.
passion now.
Great. Well, ma'am, I think we should pray that your motivation and passion should enhance over the time, so that you as a single lady can, if make so much of a difference, it should actually grow further.
Right.
Great. So my another question is that, especially in the last 90 days, it's been almost 2 to 3 months of the lockdown now, and this is exactly the toughest phase that human mankind has ever seen. And especially in India, we have seen expecting women started walking towards their hometown. We see daily workers; they really don't have any opportunity to earn. And of course, there are like 5, 7, 10 people in a house. They all are hungry, and suddenly the number of beggars have increased on the roads. So, what exactly is something that you are doing, or your NGOs and your complete team? What are some initiatives that you have taken in this time?
Yes, as I told you before, that I'm connected to a lot of Bastis. So from the day one of lockdown, I started getting these distress calls that ma'am, ab kya hoga, ab kya karenge? So I had to counsel them to remain, at peace. कि ठीक है, बैठो, अभी कुछ नहीं, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. So then धीरे-धीरे इन लोगों ने, they started, calling me up and telling me that there's no ration in the house, there's nothing to eat, and the children are really in a mess. So with a lot of sponsors coming in together, lots of people coming together, we started giving out rations. Right. And it's a pack made of like 15 kgs or 14 kgs, whatever. There was dal, rice, everything for a week, for a family of 4 to 5.
Yes.
And till now, from that day, it's still continuing. We have done about 29,000 families. So wow. It's been like they give me a call every few days, because once it finishes, then again there is a distress ki ab kya kare, ab kya hoga. Right. Of course, that you can't help it. It was such a tough time for everyone, for right. Each one of them, for even us to listen to those woes. It was in fact killing that time. I could see the children crying and yes. But I'm very thankful to God that we could help, we could do something. At least I was not scared not yes. to go out of the house. We were in PPE, we went to the Bastis, we gave these rations. I did a lot of counseling right. for the people. Still, there are a lot of cases it's not even coming in the newspapers, but there's a lot of cases of suicides. Because it has been a very distressing time, yes, for everyone.
Okay. So, and I'm very sure that, even if you were helping during this time, you made sure that all the hygiene factors, all the safety factors Absolutely. Were taken care of. Yeah, because that always remain one of the major concerns, especially during this time.
Absolutely. I've been conducting some health camps also in these Bastis with the help of ASHA workers, which right. I don't know if you know, but ASHA workers work in Anganwadis. Okay. So we have been doing health camps. Earlier, right. I was doing health camps as in medical camps, where we used to have free consultation from the doctors, free medicines which were given. But now I'm basically doing these health camps as counseling camps, which tell them to maintain social distancing, how to wear masks. Right. You have to be careful with children if somebody has fever, so they have to go. They have to quarantine themselves. So we are trying, but yes, it is very difficult when 8 people living in one room. It is very difficult to understand. But we tried our best.
Okay. And but I think. Yeah. No, but I think even educating them in itself is a big challenge. So even if you are doing that stuff, and even half of the population, if gets that understanding, I think we are still able to control this, because as you said, 8 people living in a house. So if any one of them gets impacted, there are chances that 8 of them would get impacted. So I think, yet again, this is tremendous. This is great work. So as you said, 29,000 families you have already supported. So from where do you get all these funds? And you said that you have your sponsors, right? So is it individuals or corporates?
we have CSRs coming in from companies also.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
we have sponsors who have made the trust in so many years. They know
Okay.
that transparency is such that they or they just trust me, and they will say, okay, if you want the if you want finances for anything, you just tell us.
Sure.
And there are a lot of companies who did a lot of CSRs.
Okay.
So everybody came together. In fact,
Sure.
it was a group which did tremendous work in
Okay.
this.
Okay. Okay. So that is wonderful. Yeah. As they say that once you start doing something, then people get associated with you automatically. So I'm very sure
God
you
has
will
been
find.
very kind, Rajatji. God has been very kind.
Yeah.
So they have, the people have the trust in me now, and I've always worked with transparency.
Right.
So if it's like this, like if a child has to be admitted to a school, so I would suggest that you just go straight to the school and pay their fees there.
Okay.
I won't take anything
Yes.
on my
Yes.
school. And
Exactly.
if there's a person who is ill and he or she needs medical service, so I would suggest, okay, I can only coordinate. I can tell them this is the hospital, this is the doctor. Please go and do it and meet the person and
Yes. Yes.
the-
Sure.
so this is the transparency I've been working with, and I've got the trust. So God has been very kind. Yes, thank you so
Right.
much.
Right. And as you said that you are associated with many NGOs, so would you like to name a few with which you are really working very closely? I think you said
Yes,
Asha is one.
Rasoi on Wheels Foundation has been doing really good work,
Yes.
and I've
Yes.
been engaged with them for last 5 years.
Okay.
And the means which the food goes to these
Yes.
Bastis, everything was done by them.
Right.
So as I said before, that I am assisting a lot of NGOs, and lots of NGOs have assisted me. So there is, I believe in the end. So it's need for an NGO.
Yes.
Whatever anybody needs, they can come to us. We do our verifications and go ahead with that.
Sure, sure. I would like to tell my viewers that actually I met Sipra around 2-3 years back. It was my son's birthday, and we wanted to celebrate that with school children who really need these kind of a celebration. So that is when we got associated with Rasoi on Wheels, and I still remember the taste of the food, the quality of the food, at the cost that they were giving. I think 40 to 50 rupees for rajma chawal, thali, and things like that. Very vaguely, I remember that, but that was really a very good taste, and I mean, frankly, I actually ate that food and I loved it. That in
And
such
that's
a
why
low
I'm
cost.
coordinating with them. That's
Yes,
why I'm
yes,
associated with them, because they
right,
have been working really good at the
right,
best price, best
exactly.
hygienic food,
Yes,
everything.
and
Uh,
it,
the children love it.
yes, and it was very wonderfully packed, very neat and clean, and good packing. So yeah, you feel like that it looks like a good thali, which actually we end up probably spending 250 or 300 rupees otherwise if we eat it.
Yes.
So I mean, really, my appreciations to Rasoi on Wheels also for doing such a wonderful work, especially for the people who really need that food, and they are just struggling to get 3 meals or 2 meals a day, right?
Yes. And for the medical, I'm also working with the Sri Satya Sai GP hospitals who
Okay.
give me, like they do free surgeries for heart attacks for children under than 12. So anybody who has a contact of a child who is ill, who has they have a hole in the heart, they're born with that because of poverty. So you can just contact me anytime and we can get associated to them, and they do free surgeries. So I've been also connected to them for my medical, and there are a lot of hospitals like Artemis, Fortis, they do CSR with us. So
Okay.
it's all it's all together. So
Right.
food, and then education, and then medical, everything is being taken care of.
That is wonderful. So it's more like a complete package for the people who really can't even afford the basic necessities of life. Sipraj, it becomes very important to know that okay, if someone has to connect with you, either to be a sponsor or join hands with you, or they know some area in Gurgaon where there are a lot of underprivileged children and not many facilities can go, then how can they get connected with you?
So for any sponsor, for any volunteer, or for any beneficiary, you can contact me on my email address, Sipranarula@hotmail.com,
Sure.
or you can contact me through Facebook Messenger, and I'll be ready to help
Sure.
anytime.
Sure. So for all the viewers, the links of all the email address, the Facebook Messenger, and all those details will be available in the description as well. So you can connect directly with Sipraji, and she is.
I wanted to share a special incident which happened with me,
Sure.
just to make the viewers, think how much pride I have in my work is. We were serving food somewhere. It was about 3 years back, and there was a little child with a mother, and she was barefoot. It was summers and it was very hot, and she was so. I picked up the child in my arms, and I just told her, okay. We were at Ames at that time, I remember, distributing food. And I picked up the child and I said, I'll, just leave them to you, around se khana le lo, and, I'll leave them to the stairs. So I left them at the stairs, and I came back and I started doing my work. And after 10-15 minutes, this child comes running back to me with a rose made of paper. I don't know from where she got that paper. Like, I don't know, she took it from the road or whatever. And these are, it's such a wonderful. It was such a wonderful gesture that it gives me a lot of happiness whenever I look at that room. And these are the kind of things which you cannot miss.
Of course. Sipraji, so I have been guiding people how to live a happy life. There are few principles that I teach them. In fact, I am also an author, and I've written about those 10 principles. And out of that one is, which is really a major factor, is which is called giving. So there's a lot of pleasure and happiness that you get when you give something to others, especially to people who really need it much more. And I mean, my coaches have guided me, or there are people around me who have guided me, that it's not that you have always give a materialistic thing. It's not about the food or the money that you give. Sometimes even a smiling face or a helping hand or a support, that really does equal wonders, and that brings equal happiness. So I think this example, especially when that girl has given you this rose. So as you said, I don't know from where she got the paper, but so that day you felt that, okay, I am on the right track, right? There are people who are getting connected to me. So this is actually a wonderful story to tell that, and it's both ways. It's not that only you are giving to the society, even there are people who are giving their love, their best wishes to you back. So
that gives my soul a lot of peace, and I'm actually at peace now, because the work I love doing,
right,
without any financial benefit. It's just my voluntary work, and it's a wonderful journey. Yes.
Exactly. So Sipraji, what I've done is I went to your Facebook page and I downloaded a few photographs. I think there was really some interesting stories. So probably I'll just share that, and if you can quickly tell a story behind it, what exactly was it that was done, so that viewers can get some kind of idea. So I think this is one of the health checkup. I could see your name written there. So when was this?
In the camp we do generally in the Bastis, check their temperatures and counsel them about COVID-19.
Okay. So this was actually around COVID, because I could see even everyone was wearing masks and their temperatures getting checked. Okay. Right. Just 1 second. Sorry, I've paused the recording now. Here we talked about the health camp, right? Okay, how about this? A child of God doing well in a mainstream school.
Yeah, so this this guard approached me, and he said that the child is doing really well and he wanted help. So now he's in DPS, he's in DPS, and he's just got a award for being, I think, the first or the second. He came in second, I think. Yes.
Okay.
So they sent me a picture.
Sure.
And the sponsor is also very happy, and
Yeah.
of course everybody is happy now.
Right.
And
So you said
he was admitted last year.
Okay. So you said he's in DPS.
He's in DPS, yes, Gurgaon.
Okay, that's wonderful. Right. Yeah. What's the story here? Also, I can see a small boy.
This child again has a story behind him. He's 9-year-old Sagar, and we call him Akhil. And I was having coffee with one of my friends, and I got a call, and they said that there is a boy who has a heart problem, and he's not breathing properly. So I forwarded the case to Fortis Gurgaon.
Okay.
And by evening, I had I got a confirmation that he can be admitted in the morning. Right. And he was admitted, and then they did the Fortis Gurgaon did the CSR on him. Okay. And he was done. His surgery was done free of cost, and right. Now he's 7 years old now, and in Darjeeling.
Okay, and we are assuming he's pretty healthy now. So thanks to you. Yeah, thanks to you and the Fortis people for at least bringing a life to this small boy.
He's a very naughty child, and he keeps sending me voice messages saying, "Ma'am, aap kab milne aa rahe ho?"
Okay. It's very right. Good. Really, ma'am. I mean, you are so inspiring. Here, I think this is Asha camp, right? You talked about earlier.
In a medical camp, this was detection of cancer. This was a mammography, and we had the bus we had. The ladies were having a mammography test done for free.
Right. Okay, great.
This is how I started asking the children to come and have a glass of milk for them to come to study.
Okay. So this is like pretty old photograph, is it?
Again, a child saying thanks for the rations he got. This is just recently.
Yes.
Because he's smart, and he's studying also. Okay. We had given him, notebooks and everything to study at home. He's one of the children, one of the students.
Okay, right. So there's some event, right? Event by Dell.
Yes, as I've told you that I'm also connected to HIV organization. So this is one of the organization where we had this camp. It was a summer camp and full of fun.
Right. Sure. So you're holding a newborn.
Yes, this is a child again born with a heart defect, and we got him. His surgery was done when he was 15 days old.
Right. I think this is again during COVID.
COVID.
Sure.
Yeah, generally what we used to do is I used to get these distress calls, and we used to keep the rations outside there because this is initially when it started, and everybody was very paranoid. So we went in the nights. My volunteers went in the night, and they used to keep the rations outside the doors of the juggies.
Okay.
And the child picked it up, and he sent me a picture in the morning.
Sure.
Again, a health camp where medicine and everything was free. The consultation of the doctors. This is done by Satya Sai organization.
Okay.
This is how we used to load up my car. It became a Sipra car because all the rations were up. 80 to 100 ration kits were uploaded every day, in the car, and then used to go and distribute it around.
Right.
Counseling done for Asha workers.
Okay. And this is again during COVID, and I think you were educating them about the medical.
Yes, so they have to go and do it next to the Bastis, and they have to go to the Bastis. So I am counseling them how to go about it.
Sure. I think these are all the photographs that I had. And it's really inspiring that it's not only the one problem that you're solving, you're just trying to help them with everything. As you said, it's health also, it's education also. And it's great to see that people are slowly joining hands with you, and you really named some good schools, hospitals who are giving the best of the support that they can give. Separately,
Yes.
I just cannot tell you how happy I'm feeling, and also feeling low that I have not done so much for the human mankind. But I think still this is not only request from. It's not a promise to myself, but I'm also requesting all my viewers that let's just begin. Let's just begin with maybe one small act of kindness in a day. And frankly, at least in our country, we don't need opportunities. There are so many. And if Sipraji can, who's she's a home lady, and she still finds out time, and she has been going out with the complete staff of hers, with all the NGOs. She is going out. I think we can really join hands with Sipraji to make not only Gurgaon but even India a much happier and better place. So once again, thank you so much for being on show, Sipraji. It's really an honor to have you on board, and I'm so excited, so happy to that I could interview you for this show. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We'll definitely stay in touch, and I'm very sure our viewers will also join hands with Sipraji. And at the end, a final request to all: in case you also want to be a part of this kind of a show, and if you have really done something for the human mankind, I'll be more than honored to have you on board and have a good discussion and make you a happiness warrior. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next week.